I'm going to talk about outgoing pattern. Let's look at weather warning. There is no weather warning, so let's look at pressure pattern starting from June the 24th. So 1000 and let's start holding again. So 1060 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next. Which is June 25th. So there's going to be strong. No, there's going to be El Nino this winter, lasting through whole winter actually. So it's like 9 months on average, 9 to 12 months actually. So 1012 millibars, 1060 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour. So let's go to 8 p.m. June the 26th. So 1060 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is June the 27th. Day something 1020 16 1060 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is June the 28th. So after this, after June 28th, not gonna explain that. So there is no pressure except one pressure southern Ontario. Hope what happens to you. This 1060 millibars of pressure. Let's look at precipitation pattern. So 2 p.m. there is nothing else. So let's go to 5 p.m. There is something. Parts of Niagara Falls City 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Now 8 p.m. less than rainfall for Niagara Falls City for June 24th to 8 p.m. Then June 24th at 4 p.m. So let's go to 11 p.m. There's nothing else. 8 a.m. is Sunday. So Niagara on the lake parts of it's gonna light is gonna be 0.25, heavy is gonna be 2.5. Same thing in Niagara Falls City. So Newmarket, Orange was tofu, looks veg, toast is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. So Oshawa is going to get some 2.5 millimeters, no 0.25 millimeters, including Scarborough. Downtown Toronto, Brampton, Orangewood, those is Brampton is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Scarborough, light is 0.25, is 2.5. Orangewood is going to be 2.5 millimeters. Oshawa is going to be 0.25. Wilkes-Barre is going to get some. Wilkes-Barre 0.25 millimeters. Line said over is going to be 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Oakville light is 0.25 is 2.5 millimeters. That's Oakville and Hamilton. Hamilton also. So doesn't have any 0.25 millimeters for Hamilton. So let's go to next hour, which is 11 p.m. So hopes with Coburg, Peterborough, Belleville, Mississauga, Brampton, South Toronto. Those is good to get some 0.25 millimeters. Local heaviest 2.5 light is 0.25. Hamilton is 2.5 millimeters, including Niagara City. Wilkes-Barre 6.25 millimeters. Tofu Market Orange Wilkes-Barre. It's good to get some Nixon switch. Those is going to get some 2.5 millimeters, including Bablas and Georgia Betty. So let's look at Oshawa. The heaviest 0.25, 2.5 light is going to be 0.25. Collingwood 2.0.25, including Boyles in Hanover. So that's including on the beach. So let's go to next hour, which is 2 p.m. Line said Wyerton. Collingwood, those is gonna get some 0.25, 2.5 millimeters, whereas in 6.25 Hanover is going to be 6.25 millimeters, including Betty, Virginia, Beverly, so or the last 2.5 millimeters, so Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Salabay, Midlands, 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Elbows gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Peterborough is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. Coburg 2.5 millimeters. Hamilton Oakville's gonna be 2.5 millimeters. Brampton's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters, including Orange Market. So Sissaga, downtown Toronto, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa is gonna be 0.25 millimeters, including Niagara City. So let's go to the next hour, which is 5 p.m. So Hobbs Bay, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Perry, Georgia, Babylon, Sozolala. Sissaga, Brampton, Orangewood, down until between Hill and Newmarket. Those is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. The overall is gonna be like 0.25 heavy is 2.5 millimeters. Local is gonna be 2.5 millimeters loading Hamilton Ag. Varsity heavy is 2.5 like 0.25 Ag on like 0.25. Uxbridge 2.5 millimeters. Peterborough 6.25 millimeters. Coburg 0.25 millimeters. Melville is gonna be 2.5 millimeters. White 6.25 millimeters. Boylston is gonna get some 12.5 millimeters. Hunter is also 12.5 millimeters. White and 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Oshawa. The 0.25 is 2.5 millimeters. So let's go to most part of our show 0.25 millimeters. So most part of velocity 2.5 millimeters. So let's go to Sotheby 0.25 millimeters, 0.25. Let's go to APM. There is something. So Warrington, Collingwood, Bombay is going to get some 2.5 millimeters, including I said. Hoops is going to get some 6.25. Boylston is going to get some 2.5. Hanna is going to get some 6.25. Oku Edmonton's going to be 6.25 millimeters. Sissaga, Brampton, Orangewood, Richmond Hill, Newmarket's. Those is 6.25. Scarborough is going to get some 6.25 is going to be 2.5 millimeters. Ashaba, Uxbridge, Coburg, Peterborough, Belleville. Georgia, Babylon says Betty, Alala. Thunder Beach on the Bay Mainland 0.25 millimeters. Lunar on the Lake Nag Velocity Heavy Superfly Light is gonna be 0.25. So Stowful's gonna be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to the next tower, which is 11 p.m. There is something. So why time points in number Georgia, Beverly, Suzuku, Hamilton, Sissaga, Brampton, Oington, Naga, Velocity, Belleville. Those is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Hopefully, the heaviest 6.5 is gonna be 2.5 millimeters, including Collingwood, Bombay, Stanley, Salaby, Land, Betty, la. It's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. So let's go to 8 p.m. There is something. Bombay, Stanley, Salaby. Those is gonna get Georgia. It's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters, including ag velocity. So Belleville is gonna be 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 11 a.m. There's something. Palm Beach and the beach, Milan, La Berry, Babylon, Georgia. Tofu, Newmarket, Orangewood, Uxbridge, Peterborough, Belleville, parts of Niagara Falls, City Doses, gonna get some Newmarket, 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, Rudy Goichuel. So let's go to Lingwood, let's go to London. So let's go to 2 p.m. There's something. Palm Beach and the beach, on the bay, on the Berry, Babylon, Niagara Falls, City parts of 0.25 millimeters. Orangewood, Newmarket, Stowford, Scarborough, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Coburg, Peterborough, Belleville, Dorset are gonna get some Hadamar is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 5 p.m. There's something. So, Scarborough, Stowford, Toronto, Richmond, Newmarket, Belleville is ready, Alala, Salaby, Midland. Oshawa, Uxbridge, Coburg, Peterborough, Belleville, Dorset are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, loading on. So let's go to 8 p.m. There is something. Sissaga, Brampton, Orangewood. Toronto, Richmond, Newmarket, Scarborough, Salford, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Coburg, Belleville, Olala, Midland. It's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 11 p.m. There is something. So Sissaga, 0.25 millimeters, loading whatever, so it doesn't exist. 8 a.m. is something else, 11 a.m. is something else, 2 p.m. there is something. So Newmarket also store for looks with Peterborough, Belleville, Coburg, Niagara, and Lake parts of Niagara City. Those is going to get Babylon. Those is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 5 p.m. So inland Newmarket also store for looks with Coburg, Belleville. Babylon is ready. Inland. Those is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Niagara, and Lake parts of Niagara City parts of 8 p.m. There is something. Newmarket, Orange Coast, Tofu, looks where doses are gonna get batty. Doses are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters rainfall, including Batsana across the Batsana on the lake. So let's go to 11 p.m. There is nothing else, including Newmarket. So let's go to 8 a.m. There's nothing else. 11 a.m. There's nothing else. 2 p.m. There's nothing. Oh, 2 p.m. Then parts in Niagara Falls City is 0.25 millimeters. Hampton. So Niagara Falls City more rainfall has more rainfall. So Niagara Falls City now has in 5 p.m. June 28th has more rainfall than June 28th, 2 p.m. So Belleville's gonna be 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to Scarborough. So Scarborough, borderline Pickering doesn't count. It's like so forth. Snowfall could be 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to Brampton, which is 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 8 p.m. It's nothing else. 11 p.m. It's nothing else. So let's look at total precipitation starting from 8 p.m. June the 25th is something. Ireton 10 millimeters, Hopes is 12.5 millimeters. Line says gonna be 7. It's going to be 7.5 millimeters of rainfall. 8. Everywhere in Airports. Niagara Lake 5 millimeters, Niagara Falls City 9 millimeters, Edmonton Oak 15 millimeters, Oakville gonna be 10 millimeters, Brandon 8 millimeters, Stoffel 9 millimeters, Scarborough is gonna get some 5 millimeters, downtown to 5 millimeters, Newmarket 13 millimeters, Orangeville 12 millimeters, Oakville 11 millimeters, Oshawa 6 millimeters, Peterborough 10 millimeters, Cobourg 3 millimeters, Wellborough 5 millimeters. Georgia 10 millimeters, Waverly is 9 millimeters, where he's going to get some 10 millimeters of rainfall, so 11. Honolulu is going to be 7 millimeters, so let's go to Palm Beach, Sandy Beach, 4 millimeters, Solid Bay 3 millimeters, Midland 2 millimeters. So Port Elgin's going to get some 7.5 millimeters of rainfall. Hanover is going to be 12.5 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to next tab, which is 8 p.m. This something. Collingwood 4 millimeters. Palm Beach 7.5 millimeters. Thunder Beach 6 millimeters. Solid Bay is gonna get some 6 millimeters. Brampton 2 millimeters, Mississauga 2 millimeters, 1 millimeters, Tofu 2 millimeters, Newmarket 4 millimeters, Orangeville 4 millimeters, Uxbridge 2 millimeters, Oshawa 2 millimeters, Peterborough 2 millimeters, Cobourg 2 millimeters, Belleville 6 millimeters, Belleville Cobourg 0.7 millimeters, Jordanias with 2 millimeters, Webler's 2 millimeters, Verdi 5 millimeters, 6 millimeters, Olola's gonna get 7.5 millimeters. And that's going to be 8 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to line 6, 0.7, opposite 1 millimeters wire ton is going to get some wire 1 millimeters. For since 0.7 Honda is going to be 0.8 millimeters. So let's go to next tab, which is 8 p.m. June the 27th. 2 millimeters in the market orange so look switch. So for 1 millimeter Scarborough, 0.3 millimeters because limits. Coburg is going to be 1 millimeter. Peterborough is going to get some 1 millimeters. Balboa 0.7 millimeters. So rainfall. Bellas is 0.6 millimeters. It lands with 0.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to the next tower. Betty 0.7 millimeters. Niagara Falls 2 millimeters. Niagara on the lake is going to be 1 millimeters of rainfall. That's heavy as large. It's going to be 0.3 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to 8 p.m. So Belleville's going to get some 0.3 millimeters. Niagara Falls is 0.24 millimeters. So Scarborough is going to be 0. Nothing millimeters. Brampton's going to get some 0.6 millimeters of rainfall. Let's look at air temperature pattern starting from 3 p.m. June the 23rd. So 24th. So Boreals in 27 centimeters, Hanover is going to be 20 degrees, Watertown 21 degrees, Hope Bay 20 degrees, 90 degrees, Leinster 90 degrees, everywhere in Airport 20 degrees, Hamilton, Oakville 22 degrees, Mississauga 20 degrees, Oakville 20 degrees, Brampton 23 degrees, 25 degrees, Stouffville 25 degrees, Scarborough 20 degrees, downtown 20 degrees, Scarborough 20 something, 20 degrees, so 24. Newmarket, Owens, 24 degrees. Silksville, 23 degrees. Oshawa, 21 degrees. Peterborough, 23 degrees. Coburg, 70 degrees, Bravo, 23 degrees, Georgia, 22 degrees, Baddies, 22 degrees, Alala, 22 degrees, Bablas, 23 degrees, Bombies, 20 degrees, Salaby, 18 degrees, Sunday Beach, 17 degrees, Landscape Beach, 24 degrees, Lingwood, 21 degrees. So let's go to the next tower, which is 70 and this something. Or else in 16 degrees, Hanover 15 degrees, Collingwood 16 degrees, Warton 15 degrees, Hobbs, Lionshead 13 degrees, Palm Beach 16 degrees, Sotheby 15 degrees, 70 degrees, Sunderby 70 degrees, 60 degrees on board, Sunderby, Sotheby. So everywhere in Airport 60 degrees, Hamilton, Oako 15, 16 degrees, Branton 15 degrees, Mississauga 15 degrees, Toronto 15 degrees, Stoffel 16 degrees, Scarborough 15, 16 degrees, Newmarket, Orangeville 15 degrees, Hooksville 15 degrees, Oshawa 15 degrees, Peterborough 16 degrees, Coburg 14 degrees, Valvel 16 degrees, Shortinia 18 degrees, Ready 17 degrees, Travelers 17 degrees, Honolulu's gonna get some 70 degrees, Inland's gonna get some 16 degrees, so let's go to 3 p.m. There is something. Port Elgin, Hanover, 70 degrees. Wharton, 70 degrees. Hoopsy, 15 degrees. Lineshead's gonna get some 18 degrees. Everywhere now about 22 degrees. Hamilton, Oakville, 16 degrees. That's the coldest. Warmest gonna be 15 degrees. This is like 70 degrees. Down to 70 degrees. Ranton, 90 degrees. Over 80 degrees. Scarborough's down to 70 degrees. Scarborough, 80 degrees. Newmarket's 70 degrees. Orangeville's 80 degrees. Oaksville's 80 degrees. Asha. 80 degrees, Peterborough, 80 degrees, Coburg, 70 degrees, Bravo, 20 degrees, Georgia is gonna be 80 degrees, Waverly's 80 degrees, Red is 80 degrees, Other's gonna get some 80 degrees, Salamis 90 degrees, Milan 90 degrees, Palm Beach, Sunday Beach 18 degrees, Collingwood 90 degrees. So let's go to next tower, London. Let's go to 7 a.m. This something. Whiteham 40 degrees, Royalton 15 degrees, Hanover is gonna be 40.5 degrees, Collingwood 15 degrees, Bombay 16 degrees, Sotheby 16 degrees, Sunderby 16 degrees, Inland 16 degrees, everywhere in Airport 6.5 degrees, Hamilton Oakville 16 degrees, Oakville 16 degrees, that's coldest, warmest 15 degrees. Brampton with 16 degrees, Tofu 15 degrees, Scarborough 16 degrees, Downright 15 degrees, Newmarket, Orange Grove 15 degrees, Hooksville 40 degrees, Sasha 15 degrees, Peterborough 15 degrees, Coburg 14 degrees, Melbourne 16 degrees, Georgia 16 degrees, Heavenly 16 degrees, Barry 16 degrees, Alala 16 degrees, Barry 15 degrees, Lines and Obey is gonna be 30 degrees. So London. So let's go to 3 p.m. There is something. Port Elton 70 degrees, 16 degrees. Hanover is gonna get some 20 degrees. White 22 degrees. Opposite is gonna be 90 degrees. Line says 90 degrees. Collingwood 90 degrees. Palm Beach 90 degrees. Salaby 90 degrees. Thunder Beach 16 degrees. Everywhere in Airbus 22.5 degrees. Hamilton Oakville 22 degrees. Oakville 20 degrees. Brampton 24 degrees. Tofu 23 degrees. Scarborough is gonna be 21 degrees, so X 22. Downtown 20 degrees, Market, Orange 22 degrees, Tuxford 22 degrees, Oshawa 21 degrees, Peterborough 23 degrees, Coburg 17 degrees, Bravo 21 degrees, Shortinia 22 degrees, Babylon 22 degrees, Ready 21 degrees, Olala 22 degrees, Inland's gonna be 21 degrees, so look, that doesn't exist, don't need that. London, so let's go to next tower, which is 7 a.m. There is something. Wharton 14 degrees, Royalton 50 degrees. Hanover is gonna be 30 degrees, Collingwood 15 degrees, Bombay 16 degrees, Sotheby 16 degrees, Inland 60 degrees. Thunder Beach gonna get some 18 degrees. Everywhere in about 70 degrees, Hamilton Oakville 16 degrees. Oko 50 degrees, Vanton 15 degrees, Dover 16 degrees, Scarborough 16 degrees, Atlanta 16 degrees, Newmarket also 40 degrees, Uxbridge 15 degrees, Oshawa 70 degrees, Peterborough 16 degrees, Coburg 16 degrees, Bravo 16 degrees, Georginia's 80 degrees, Waverly's is 17 degrees, Mary's gonna get some 40 degrees, Alala's gonna be 16 degrees, Hope's it's gonna be 30 degrees, Science is going to be 40 degrees, so let's go to next tower. So let's go to 3 p.m. Watch at 24 degrees. Portals in 23 degrees. Hanover is 25 degrees. Lingwood 21 degrees. Palm Beach 21 and 22 degrees. Salaby 22 degrees. 21 degrees. Georginia's 18 degrees. Hope's is gonna get 17 degrees. 21 degrees and 9 set. So everywhere in airports, Niagara like 22 degrees, Niagara Falls at 25 degrees. Hamilton, Oakville at 90 degrees, Oakville 21 degrees. Brant at 25 degrees. This is like 21 degrees though, for 25 degrees, bro. 25 degrees, down to 21 degrees. Newmarket going to 24 degrees, Oaks 23 degrees, Ashford 23 degrees, go. Peterborough 24 degrees, go by 90 degrees, Well, it's coming 24 degrees, Georgia is 24 degrees. Perry 24 degrees, Babylon is 24 degrees, Alala's gonna get some 25 degrees. So let's go to inland, which is 26 degrees. So let's go to the next tower, which is and this something. Watch 90 degrees, world's 90 degrees, Underwood 90 degrees, Collingwood 70 degrees, Soliby 90 degrees, Inland 80 degrees, Thunderbreeze 90 degrees, Wambee's gonna be 90 degrees everywhere in Aircraft 70 degrees, 70.5. Hamilton, Oco 70 degrees, that's the warmest, coldest gonna be 90 degrees. Sissaga 90 degrees, Ranton 90 degrees, Dover 20 degrees, Cabro 20 degrees, Down 90 degrees, the market also 80 degrees, Express 80 degrees, Asha 90 degrees, Peterborough 80 degrees, Coburg 70 degrees, Balboa 90 degrees, Georgina 20 degrees, Babylon 20 degrees. Mary's gonna get some 17 degrees, so it's 18. Oh, Lala's gonna get some 80 degrees, so let's go to Hope's Way. It's gonna be 15 degrees, Lines is gonna be 16 degrees, so let's go to next tower, which is final hour London. So let's go to 2 p.m., which is very close to the end of the video. So Port Elton 25 degrees, Underwood is gonna get some 26 degrees, so Collingwood 23 degrees, White 25 degrees. Hope's is gonna get some 70 degrees, Lines is gonna be 18 degrees, Palm Beach going to be 23 degrees, Solomon 23 degrees. 20 degrees is in Midland, so Niagara Lake 22 degrees, Niagara Falls is 25 degrees, Hamilton Oakle's going to be Hamilton's going to be 20 degrees, Oakle 20 degrees. That's the warmest, coldest going to be 80 degrees. This is like 21 degrees, down to 21 degrees, Banton 28 degrees, over 27 degrees. Scarborough 28 degrees, Newmarket Orange 28, 6 degrees, Express 26 degrees, Ashford 23 degrees. Peterborough 25 degrees, Coburg 80 degrees, Balboa 25 degrees, Georgina 24 degrees. Beverly Hills 25 degrees. Perry is going to be 25.5, 25.5. It's going to be 25 degrees in Perry. Olala's going to get some 25.5, no, 26 degrees. That's in Olala. Illa's going to be 27 degrees. Let's double check. It's actually 26.5. So this is the end of the video. It could be 0.5 degrees off. So this is the end of the video. So